Okay, sorry for that technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Okay, so, like I was saying, potential means having or showing the capacity to become or develop into something in the future. And I'm going to read that one more time. Potential means having or showing the capacity to become or develop into something in the future. Or it means being possible, something you're likely to do, but potential. You're becoming something in life. You have the ability to become something and to do what you've been called to. That is potential. Now going into realizing your potential, that means you're understanding that you have the ability to be successful and that you can do things in life. Our potential lies between what is and what could be. Our potential is a mixture of things that we're going through, what lies ahead of us, what different things we're going through, and then what it could be. The thought of how could I change this and how could I go from being in this place to something else. That's potential. That has to do with potential energy too, because you see potential and kinetic energy. When you have potential energy, it's stored. Kinetic energy is released. So when you're thinking about that, all your potential energy or potential is being stored inside of you for a reason. And realizing that means you're putting it into action and changing from potential to kinetic energy. You have to be able to just go through certain things and not keep everything that you have inside bottled up. You have to allow that energy to be possessed out and just be able to go through certain things. There is no one alive, living, who isn't capable of doing more than they think they can. There's no one in the world who can sit here and say that they can't do anything, because nothing is impossible. Like I always say, in the Word, I didn't even come up with this, but in the Word it says, I'm possible. So you can always do something. No one on this earth is able to say that they can't do something or that they don't have the ability to, because no matter how much you believe things in your life, you always have something that you can learn from, and there's some things that you go through, and that means that you're able to do it. I mean, if you've gone through something, you had a mistake, and you learned from that mistake, that means that you were capable of going through something, but now you learned from it. You're capable of doing way more things than your mind actually allows you to think, because it's not just you doing, it's also God. You have all these things that you can do that you don't realize that you can do because you're holding yourself back. You have to be able to allow yourself to understand who you are and what you hold and how you can use your life to better something in someone else's life and help someone else. So don't ever say you can't do anything, because you're capable of doing anything. The only person that you are destined to become is the person you decide to be. The only person in the world that you can become is something that you actually want to do, because you can go through, like an example, you can be in school. People ask you all the time, what do you want to be when you grow up? And you just keep saying, oh, I want to be this, I want to be that, because you don't really know. You're just saying something. I promise in the right moment, you will know what you want to do, because you'll hear something or you get a vision of something that you want to do. That's your niche. That's what you were called to do. That's what you're destined to do. Which means that you have a lot of time to come. Like in Michelle Obama's book, I didn't get to fully read it, but it's the book Becoming. And I know the concept is that you never are just one thing, because everyone is always evolving and becoming. You can be something, because even if I am in one career and then I end up liking another, that doesn't mean I'm stuck in that career. I can go to something else. It's called branching out. You don't have to stay in the same thing. And sometimes when we're trying to figure out who we are and the person we're destined to be, you're going to struggle. That's a part of life. You're going to struggle. You're going to go through things. You're trying to realize who you are. It's a part of growing up. It's like when you're in high school or middle school, you're trying to figure out who you are, what you want to wear, what your standards are. You're figuring out everything. High school isn't the only thing that's going to teach you about life. That's why you have continuing years. You have a lot of things in your life that are going to happen. You're going to struggle. You may fail, you may do some things, but you can keep moving forward. You don't have to stay in a place where you keep thinking about all the negative, and you can't turn that into something positive, because you always have the potential to do anything. You always are capable of being able to turn a situation around that you never thought you could. Our periods of struggle are the avenue to realizing our full potential and happiness. Those struggling moments and those struggling places are not places to stay in. That's why they're called periods of time. We've had periods of time in the world. That's why you have like the 90s and the 80s. Those are periods of time. They didn't last. That's why things have changed. That's why things have evolved. So your periods of struggle, they don't have to last. You can change that into something positive. Those are tiny little things in your life that allow you to get to the greatest things that you've ever wanted to accomplish. Don't allow your tiny struggle and your tiny avenue to block you from where you're supposed to go. Everyone has a way, and everyone's going to deal with something. That could be something small or something big, but I promise it's there for a reason. Because then you can reach your full and maximum place of happiness and where you have the most potential. One of the main reasons people fail to reach their full potential is because they are unwilling to risk anything. One reason why a lot of people don't see that their full potential, they don't see their full potential, is because of the fact that they are not willing to risk something in their life. They're not willing to say, oh, well, I'm going to take a leap of faith and do something. They're stuck in a place where well, if I do this, that can happen. If I do that, then I could damage something in my life. Sometimes the greatest things in life come from thinking and not thinking at the same time. You're thinking about stuff in the future, but you're taking that leap of faith to say, I may not fully know what I'm going to say, or what I'm going to do, but I know that I'm going to try to get to wherever I'm supposed to be. That's faith. That can be faith spiritually, where you're trying to get to a place with God. You don't know how something's going to happen or how He's doing something in your life, but it's for a reason. Take that leap of faith spiritually. Take that leap of faith in your life when you're going through certain things, because the greatest things in life happen from those who explore things. That's why the greatest things in the world have happened, because people have explored things. They've experimented with things. That's why we have all of these resources able to use now. That's why we have phones. That's why we have technology. That's why we have certain tools, because the ancestors and people that were here experimented with things. They explore. You have to explore in yourself and realize that you have the potential to be just like them, and you have the potential to be able to be something great. You don't have to settle for what other people are telling you to do, because why should their opinion matter? When you were called to do something and you know who you are and you know your standards, why allow them to change you? Why allow them to take your state of happiness and just crush it? You know who you are and you know your feelings. So don't allow someone to try to handicap you to not do anything. I mean, that's true honesty. Why allow someone to stop you from doing something that you know that you want to do? That's like someone saying, you're never going to make it. You're never going to go through something. And then the best way to show them that is by doing what they did not think you could do. You're showing them, oh, you said I couldn't do this, but I'm on top. I can do what I was called to be. You are able to do everything. You have the potential inside of you to do anything that you want to do. Don't allow yourself to not take a risk because you're afraid of what could happen. You're afraid of the consequences. Some things you're going to have to take a leap on. It's like if you're taking a test. Okay, if you don't study for it, or if you are in a class and you really feel like, oh, at the end of the year I'm going to fail, I'm not going to do anything. If you start off like that, of course you're never going to get anything done. But if you say, I may not know all the material right now and I may not know every resource, but I'm going to work to it and I'm going to be able to maintain my grades and understand this no matter how hard and how much time that it takes me to use. That's the thing that you have to do. You have to recognize that you have the potential to do things in your life. The big challenge is to become all that you have the possibility of becoming. That's the biggest challenge in life. trying to become something in life and you don't know what you want to become. You have all the resources, but you just don't know. And it's okay at certain moments to not know what you want to do, but don't be in a place where you're stuck and you're like, well, since I don't know what I want to do, I'm going to just be a lazy person and not worry about anything. Because the more lazy you are and the things that you do are lazy, people can tell. I mean, that's like a job. If you go to your job looking sloppy and you don't do your work, what are the people going to think about you? They don't know how to work. You choose to do that. Everything is a choice. So if you choose to allow all the potential inside of you just to sit here for no reason, what's the point? There is no point. You cannot believe what it does to the human spirit to maximize your human potential and stretch yourself to the limit. You can't imagine how far you could go if you just open up your mind and allow your mind to think things. That's just like in your life. If you have moments where you're not doing anything, take a couple minutes just to allow your brain to open and to think of new ideas. Watch something that inspires you. Watch an inspiring quote or just look at someone speaking and get inspired from it. Take moments to put into yourself because you have no idea how much your mind can do and how much you possess. You have so many brain cells and so many things in your entire body. So why waste that just because you're afraid of what's going to happen? You don't feel like doing it or you don't know where you're going. Take those things and make those your strengths. You may not know where you're going, but you know where you want to be. You may not know how things are going to end up, but it's okay because they're going to end up on top. You may feel lazy if you may not feel like doing it, but at the end of the day, you know it's going to benefit you. It's like some people don't like getting up and going to school or don't like getting up to go to work, but they know at the end of the day, once they graduate or if they get their paycheck, they're going to be happy. You do things in life that you realize you don't want to do all the time, but it helps you. So you're going to go through times where you do things that you don't really want to do, but it's going to help lead you to get to the greatest point in your life. Think big and don't listen to people who tell you that it can't be done. Life is too short to think small. We have too much going on in the world, too much things for you not to be able to take this time and really dig deep inside of your mind and your soul and figure out what are you called to do. You have the potential. You know you have the potential. Your parents have told you you're smart, and even if they haven't, I'm telling you today that you are smart whether you want to realize that or not. You are smart and your mind possesses so much more than you think it does. Don't allow people to tell you that you can't do something because you can do all things through Christ that strengthens you. Don't allow anyone to tell you that you can't make a difference. Or don't listen to people who tell you that things can't be done. They're just trying to taunt you. Nothing is impossible. Life is too short to think small. Why spend time making your mind and your vocabulary diminish when you have all these things that you possess? You've been taught, you've been trained, and if you haven't, you have resources to you where you can get to that place where you can be trained. There's therapists, there's people in your life who are doing different trainings and stuff where they can teach you how to use everything you've learned and put it to good use. So don't sit home, don't sit in a place where you just don't want to do anything. Like I said earlier, change your potential energy to kinetic energy. If you just allow your stuff to store up and build up, I promise that thing's going to find a way to explode. You can't build everything up inside of you, whether that's emotions, whether that's things inside of you. You can't build everything up because at the end of the day, that kinetic energy has to be freed. It has to be released. Release everything that you have and realize that you are worth it and that you can do things in life. Realize your potential and everything that you have. That is all I really wanted to say. I am glad that so many people are tuned in. There are so many people I see on here. A lot to shout out. But there. Thank you to Mr. Whitley, Elder Whitley. Thank you to Miss Shakita. Thank you to my mom, of course, who's always on here. Thank you to my pastor for watching me. Thank you, Mr. Boatman. Thank you, DJ, for being on here. Thank you, Miss Aisha. Thank you to Mr. Bonner, Mr. Darren, Dante, Boner. Is that Boner or Bonner? I think it's Bonner. But Miss Maisha Lachey, Miss Tanika Collins, Miss Eva and Jerry Robinson. Just thank you to everyone. Thank you to Shakia Grant that just came on. Also, so, yes, this is my spiel. You know I have my whole thing to say. But my thing that I want everyone to know, if you have not already, you still have time. You have time to register. You have time to get ready for this. So, Real Talk with Judy and partners are hosting the Sister Girls Network Holiday Party. That's Monday, December 16th, 2019 from 7 to 10 p.m. You can go there, come share an evening of fun, food, karaoke, dancing, and more. And have fun. You can be able to just enjoy yourself. Allow yourself. This is a network for all women to come. Bring your children. Have fun. The last conference I went to with Sister Girls, it was amazing. I heard a lot of good speakers. There was a lot of stuff to go on. The food was amazing. It was just a lot of things to come on. Please support. I will share this later on the Kaylin's Caring Connection Facebook page. Please, when you see this, if you can, share this out. We really want people to come on. I believe you can register. It's free, right? Mm-hmm. And you can register on Eventbrite. I don't know. It's on fire. It was cut off, so I can't see it all the way. But it is gonna be amazing. You can come there. You can just enjoy yourself. Please support the Real Talk with Judy and other people just helping out and trying to do the Sister Girls Network. Because the more people that come together, we can make a difference and we can allow people to be able to share. So if you are not busy that night, please come out while I get more details. But also, I do want to thank you to all people who are always waiting for me and tuning in. Thank you for always supporting me. Thank you for always just being here to say nice comments. Just be able to listen to what I have to say and my input. I hope that everyone has enjoyed this. I have. Thank you to everyone who is always watching the videos, people checking out the website, people liking the Facebook pages. Thank you to everyone who do what they do. That's never taken lightly, and I love everyone so much. I hope everyone has a good time. Now, another thing I want to say is, please be safe. There's a lot of things going on in the world, and that's just the world we live in right now. Be safe, stay in groups with people, don't sit down walking on your phone, be aware of your surroundings, make sure you know where you are, make sure that if you are somewhere that you don't really know about, make sure people know where you are, you can tell them your location that you're close to. Just make sure you are safe, because I know Thanksgiving is this week and there are going to be people traveling, there's going to be a lot of things going on. So please be safe. Don't put yourself in a situation that you feel like you'll harm yourself. Just be aware of your surroundings, and I love you all. You see anything else? Oh. Also, with the Sister Girl, let me go back to the Sister Girls Network Holiday Party. They're also partnering with me, Kaylin's Caring Connection. I'm so glad you can bring a new unwrapped toy. It has to be new, clean, in the box, not something that you just have at your house that you haven't used. The only reason why we say that is because these are going to kids. You don't want to spread germs, not calling anyone germy, but some people are just allergic to certain things and you can't bring that into certain places. So please just make sure that it's do an unwrap now. This is at the TCC. What is it there? It's at TCC. I don't remember. It's at TCC Reinforcement Development Center. Workforce Development Center. And yes, you can register an Eventbrite. It is free, so please come out. There's no charge. The only thing they're asking is to sign up for it. Please come out and show your support. I will be there. So you can come say hello to me if you see me. You can bring a new and unwrapped toy to help with this, and more details will come out soon for everything that we're going to do. And I hope everyone has a marvelous Thanksgiving. Eat as much as your body will allow to you, and don't overeat. I love you all. What? Don't overeat. Just keep your body, know your capacity, because don't get upset now when you eat at Thanksgiving and you're hurting and you can't do all the stuff that you want to do. So please be safe. I love you all. I will try to be back on Sunday. I love you much, and have a wonderful week. For the kids who are out of school, be safe, enjoy sleeping, because I know I'm going to, and have a great week. I love you. Happy Thanksgiving. Bye.